What's up, everybody? It's me, Duke Farley, back at it again here on Lost at Sea. And today I'm here with my brother, and we are going to be talking a little bit about surviving Barstool season two. On the channel up to this point, I've covered a little bit of Ascendance Live season two. We've been covering Big Brother 24, and I thought this was a great combination of reality TV and something that me and my bro Pat love. Barstool, we've been fans. Pat, you would say probably you're along the KFC radio guy line.
Yeah, I'm a big KFC. I was a big fan of Hard Factor when they were there, and obviously
Rest in
part of my
peace.
take is yeah, rest in peace, Hard Factor. They're doing great though. But also part of my take too. Great, great pod. Um, but yeah, the Yak is good too. So Barstool's got some good stuff.
A lot of great podcasts. I listen to a lot of Part of My Take. I listen to a lot of Son of a Boy Dad. And yeah, all Dave Portnoy stuff. So I thought we kind of are familiar with most of these characters that are on the cast for season two. Pat, did you watch season one at all of Surviving Barstool?
I haven't seen it. I know Tommy Smokes wins. He's like the big player over there. He's won like a bunch of competitions over there.
Tommy Smokes has won Surviving Barstool 1. He won Barstool's Most Dangerous Game.
Game.
Spoilers, but and he was a part of the team that won the dozen, the tournament. So he is
Yeah.
all he does is win.
I mean, he's a champ. He's the champ.
Would
That's
have
all there is.
would have loved to see him in this setting. Come back for a season
Yeah,
two.
I you cross some dangerous lines when you start bringing back winners. I think, once season 4 or 5 comes out, do an all winners cast or half winners, depending on how many, because
All
they only have like
all
8 people,
all stars.
all stars. But it seems like a lot of these people didn't want to do this. Is the vibe I got from
Which
the
is
cast.
interesting. I don't know if they mentioned the amount of money that they win, but I believe in season one he won. I want to say 20, 10 or 20K.
I think it's 10.
Hmm. But we're expecting. That was a fun season to watch. I watched the entire thing. It was fun to follow along. Tommy really dominated it because has the survivor background of watching the show, and it seemed like the other contestants really weren't involved with what Survivor was, so he kind of caught him off guard. He almost lost to Nick, so that was fun at the end. But let's talk about this cast that was released for season two. There's 9 contestants this season, 5 women, 3 dudes. So let's start off. Let's just go right in order of how they were. We're going off of Tommy Smoke's blog post in order of how they were released on Twitter. And contestant 1 is Rudy. Are you familiar with Rudy at all?
I'm not familiar with Rudy. Rudy is the she's the one who in her video she had just gotten back from partying, right? Or no?
Rudy's a dude.
Rudy. Oh, I thought Rudy was a chick. Rudy, yes, I do know Rudy. I've seen him.
Um, Spends a lot of time in HQ. I believe he's a producer on one of the
Yeah,
shows. I think that's an advantage for Rudy, just because he
yeah,
probably works with a lot of the people um, that are going to be playing this season. A lot of them are like content people,
yeah,
and Rudy's in the mix somewhat with content, but also works behind the scenes a lot.
yeah,
He usually holds the camera, I think, for stool scenes sometimes. So,
yeah.
um,
And I think having a layout of the like, because apparently he stays there a lot, so having being comfortable in the setting in which you're being put for 8 days is like I think more of an advantage than a lot of people would realize.
Absolutely. I really do think Rudy seems like a personable dude. I think that pretty much everybody would be open to working with him, and he seems to be at least somewhat aware of like what Survivor was. I feel like he was mad that Tommy Smokes won the first time, so he
Yeah.
kind of gets the gist of like strategy and whatnot.
Mhm.
So I'm high on Rudy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Rudy's going to be a good player.
The next person is Stephen Shay. We all know
I
Stephen
love
Shay.
I love Stephen Shay. I think he is so funny. I like Stephen. I think he's a personable guy. He's just
Personable
like a
guy,
dad.
just like a dad. Is that going to work for him here? Because it seems like a
Definitely
younger
not.
cast.
It's definitely not. I think he's an early bounce, but I like Stephen Shay.
You think? Do you think there's going to be a young kids group form, and he might be on the outs of that?
I think I think it's tough because a majority of the cast is women, young women, and I feel like he's not like you know you know I don't know. It might be tough for him to integrate himself into like that kind of environment.
Right. He
Because
is.
if it's not Tampa Bay football, then you know if this was a show about that, maybe Stephen Shay. But
He's been putting out great, preseason tapes with the Giovanni Bernard clip.
Giovanni Bernard,
I do think he's going to have some trouble early on, but if he can overcome that, which I don't think he will, but if he does, I think he could go far because he'll probably pick up the game quickly. He's got that extra fight in him probably because of, he has a family, so extra money,
two kids, yeah,
2 kids. But I do agree with you. I think he's going to struggle here early.
yeah. So
The next contestant I see is Jacky. I believe Jacky is a producer and is in with KFC Radio. So um, she, I believe, is the other person that's more behind the scenes. That's what she said in
yeah,
her video. But also, she said she's slept at the office a couple of times, so knows the area.
yeah. It's tough to see the people who I don't recognize from content or the content that I consume from Barstool. But I like that they're getting people from behind the camera because it's cool to see the people who do the day in day out work and that are the producers and see them in an environment where they're usually not in front of the camera. So I think that's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see what she does.
Could be a little alliance between herself and Rudy being the behind the scenes people.
Yeah,
Um,
possibly.
so we'll see with that. Next person we got is O'Malley. And O'Malley seems like she's going to be a firecracker in there. She is close friends with Brianna Chicken Fry. I think she's on the BFFs pod
Yeah,
recently at Edition. Um, seems like just kind of like a big personality, going to go in there and mix things up, right?
I think O'Malley's my pick to win.
Really?
Yes, I think she's fucking hilarious. Like that
I
kind of
agree.
like aqua. Like I think people are gonna underestimate her, but I don't know. I just want to be around her. Like I want to hang out with O'Malley. So I think that's gonna work to her benefit. That's my early pick to win.
On regular Survivor, being around people for that long, you want to be around people that you like. Um,
Exactly.
so usually those people get pretty far in the game. I think
Yeah.
she does fall under that category. And I think another upside that O'Malley has is Brianna Chicken Fry. She played in
Yeah.
season 1 and she made it all the way to the end. No vote or 1 vote maybe, but she knows the game. She knows the game. She's been
Yeah.
around it. She probably got prepped. Maybe I'm not sure if she got prepped, but it would be good as a friend to do that. So will
Yeah.
be will be interesting.
Yeah.
Next, we got Caroline, the winner of Barstool Idol, and probably the freshest face to the Barstool scene. Obviously, having just one Barstool Idol. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think Caroline could go either way.
Yeah. Because she could have a target on her back just because of the most recent win. But
Mhm.
I don't know. That's kind of a moot point just because Tommy Smokes wins everything and ends up winning everything. So this isn't our regular Survivor Big Brother. This is like a completely different game. So, I think the fresh face could be a benefit, but it also could. I think I see it more as a benefit than I do a negative because you win some competitions, you put that target on our back. I don't think this is this kind of game. I think this is kind of a popularity. Who can you be with for 8 days? Kind of thing. So, it's we'll see with her.
We'll see with her. And speaking of new faces, I hate to go back to season one, but two new faces, Brianna Chicken Fry, Kelly Keegs, made it real far in the game. So I don't
Yeah,
think I think new face doesn't really matter.
yeah,
But let's talk about an old face. My favorite on the cast, Eddie.
Eddie.
Chicago in the house.
I want him to do good because I think he's such a calm, cool, collective person.
But
Like,
this isn't a calm game.
no, it's not. So I'm interested to see where he goes. Like, if you have to deal with Dave Portnoy every single day, like the heat of the heat, I think maybe he can pull something out. I don't think he's going to get far, but he's definitely going to be a fan favorite.
I don't think he's in as big of danger as, say, Stephen Shay with fitting in. I
Yeah,
think he can talk to anyone, right? He's
yeah,
super calm. Um, but I do think that he's probably the biggest name here, Eddie.
yeah,
And when it gets down to the nitty gritty, I don't think people are going to want him to be around because he's got a lot of clout, and I think he might be a person that people want to get out to kind of like build a resume.
yeah. No, I agree.
But I agree in the fact that I want him to do good. I don't know if he will.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe he can make something happen, but I don't think it's going to be an early boot. But I don't think I don't. Is there a jury?
Yeah, everybody's on the
I
jury.
don't. Everybody's on the jury. Yeah. Okay. But I think he's going to be like a 3-4 vote, like day 3, day 4.
Yeah, and I wonder how like schedules factor into this. Because I feel
Yeah.
like he probably is going to be pretty busy with all his stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't really know about that end of it.
Yeah.
So next we got Kim, I think second to last. Yeah, so there's actually only 8 contestants.
Yeah.
But second to last we have Content Kim. Are you familiar with Content Kim?
I'm not familiar with Content Kim.
Do you know who Alex Bennett is?
Yes.
She's from the Mean Chicks pod, just fought in Rough and
Yeah.
Rowdy. This is her mom.
Yeah.
She actually has her own podcast. I think she interviews Barstool personalities. Um,
Yeah.
Gotta be honest, this is going to be a complete wild card. I don't know how she's going to fare in this game.
Yeah. I mean, how she's a mom?
She is a mother of
Yeah.
Alex Bennett. Yeah,
Of Alex Bennett. So I don't
one
know.
of two
Maybe
parents.
one of two parents. And I remember Stephen Chase saying, I'm the second parent. Maybe that's a duo because of the bond. Maybe not, because again, this game is so unpredictable. You never know who's going to do well. We can make these assumptions all we want, but it's just like when it comes down to it, it's who votes with who. It's who sells out who.
Episode one's going to be a huge, like
Indication.
indication of how things are rolling.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that is the main thing with Content Kim. We need to see her in action for an episode, see where she falls in the mix.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Wild
wild
card.
cards, our last contestant is Tico, Texas.
Chico, Texas. That's an old KFC uh, beef.
Rap battle.
I don't know, man. I like Tico because Tico, I think that's exactly what this needs. That's another wild card. But my biggest thing with Tico, because maybe I'm wrong, can people live with her for 8 days. You know, I don't know how she's going to fare in in the competitions. I think she's awesome. She's a big personality, but that's the thing. The more polarizing you are, I think that's a bigger disadvantage. But I don't know. Maybe people keep her around because she has that target, because she is so polarizing.
Yes, I think there's two or three things that I worry about Tico with. Number one, in the video, she said, as long as this doesn't get boring, I will play. So, I mean, it's all day kind of thing. So, like, it could get
Yeah,
boring. So she
yeah,
could like not want to play anymore. But if she overcomes that, I think that's where I think she's gonna surprise a few people. I think people are counting her out. And I think that
yeah,
if she can get in with a group, um, she can go far. Uh,
yeah.
and I think this is a great avenue for her to, come onto the scene a little bit more.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see her interact with people I don't think she's ever interacted with, nor
Mhm.
have they interacted with her. So that's just going to be fun to watch as a viewer. But I don't know, Tico, that might be a self evict kind of thing. That might be like, I'm out. That'd be
Could, but that'd be fun to watch. And that's one of
that'd
the
be that'd be very fun because that shakes up the game, and that's what Tico does. She shakes up the game.
and that's what you want as a viewer. You want something to be shaken up. You want to see left and right. You don't know what's happening. And I think she adds. I think she's the contestant that adds that most value into this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But that's everybody. I hope we can kind of talk about the episodes as they come out. I think it premieres on Sunday, so that's when episode one comes out on YouTube. Not sure the time, but I will. I am super excited to see season two. Love season one. And so let's pick some winners. You said you think O'Malley's going to win the game.
I think my pick is O'Malley. Like I'm a big fan. I think they're gonna do well.
I am going to pick Jacky.
Okay.
I'm going to go. I think she's going to play a little under the radar in the beginning. I think she's going to
Yeah.
find her footing, and then she's going to clutch it at the end and cut like a big
Yeah.
target right at the end to grab that last oomph.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Dookie, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. This is exciting. I'm excited to watch for the first time.
And so we'll check back here to see who was right. And with that being said, thank you, Pat, for joining me again on Lost at Sea. And
Of course.
um, Viva la Stool.
Viva la Stool.